People who have witnessed a murder. What happened? I was working the night shift at a gas station when I watched someone get shot right in front of me. I was 19, desperately needed the money, and this crappy job paid $12 an hour to sit behind bulletproof glass from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. The store was one of those sketchy 24-hour places on the edge of town where truckers stopped for coffee and energy drinks. Thursday night, 3:17 a.m. Exactly. I remember because I was watching the clock, counting down hours until my shift ended. This dude walks in wearing a black hoodie with the hood up, which wasn't weird since it was freezing outside. But something felt off. Maybe it was how he kept his head down, or how he walked straight to the back without looking around like normal people do. There was only one other customer in the store. Some guy in his 40s buying cigarettes and a Red Bull, probably a trucker based on his clothes. The hooded guy grabbed a Mountain Dew from the cooler and got in line behind him. I started ringing up the trucker's stuff when I noticed the hooded guy reaching into his pocket. That's when my stomach dropped. His hand came out with a small black pistol. "Get on the fucking ground right now!" he screamed at the trucker. Everything happened so fast. The trucker spun around, saw the gun, and just panicked. Instead of dropping down, he bolted toward the door. Bad choice. The guy fired twice. The sound was so much louder than in movies. My ears were ringing instantly. The trucker collapsed about 3 feet from the exit. Blood was spreading under him on the dirty tile floor. The shooter stepped over him, pointed the gun at me through the glass, and yelled to open the register. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely hit the buttons. I shoved all the cash through the slot, maybe $200 total. He grabbed it and ran out the back emergency exit, which set off this annoying beeping alarm. I hit the silent alarm button and called 911. The operator kept asking if the victim was breathing. I couldn't tell from behind the counter, and honestly, I was too scared to go check. What if the shooter came back? The cops showed up in like 4 minutes, followed by paramedics, but the guy was already dead. Single shot to the back went through his heart. The other bullet hit the glass door and spider-webbed it completely. Detective Kim questioned me for 2 hours. I told her everything I remembered. Height, build, voice, clothes. The security cameras caught most of it, but the footage was grainy as hell. You could see what happened, but the guy's face was hidden the whole time. 3 days later, my manager called me at home. They caught the shooter trying to rob a liquor store 2 counties over. Same hoodie, same gun. Turns out he'd been out of prison for 8 months after serving 6 years for armed robbery. Real genius, this guy. The detective said my description and the camera footage helped confirm it was the same person. The victim's name was Paul Nguyen. He had 3 kids and was driving cross-country to see his mom, who was dying of cancer. He stopped for cigarettes and energy drinks to stay awake. I quit the next day. Couldn't even walk back into that store. Every time I closed my eyes, I heard those gunshots and saw Paul hitting the floor. My manager was pissed because finding overnight workers was impossible, but I didn't care. No amount of money was worth reliving that night. The trial happened 8 months later. I had to testify about what I saw. The defense lawyer tried to make it seem like I couldn't have seen everything clearly through the bulletproof glass, but the jury didn't buy it. The guy got life without parole since it was his 3rd felony. Paul's wife sent me a handwritten letter after the sentencing. She thanked me for helping catch the person who killed her husband. She said it didn't bring him back, but knowing his killer was locked up gave their family some peace.